appreciate all of you watching because I know how hard work speaking English can be sometimes. Now, some of you are working hard just to make ends meet. Some of you are studying hard as well, so you're having to try and work and study at the same time. And well, I know that some of you are trying really hard to get a date with your crush. So whatever your reasons are, I think that working hard is sometimes not enough to show just how hard that you're trying. Now, in today's lesson, I would like to help you to expand your vocabulary by saying this phrase in many other ways. So please, stay tuned with me, Kat, and we can go through all the different ways of saying that you are working hard so people can really appreciate you. Now, the first expression that you could use is, I'm burning the candle at both ends. I'm burning the candle at both ends. Now, this is a way of saying that you're staying up late into the night and you're getting up early to start with work in the morning. You're burning the candle at both ends. So if you can imagine you've got a candle and it's lit at both ends, you're doing everything you can, you're working hard. An example of a conversation that you might use this phrase in could be, oh, look, you look so worn out. What's going on with you? Oh, I know. It's just that I've been burning the candle at both ends. I'm working 2 jobs at once. Burning the candle at both ends. I hope you've got that. Next up is the phrase, I'll go the extra mile. Now, if someone goes the extra mile, they do more than expected of them. Now, this phrase is used especially when you're in a job, taking instructions from your boss, but delivering more than you committed to. An example of a conversation that you may use this phrase in could be as follows. Oh, great! You've finished this project in record time, plus you've been a great help with the new hires. You've really gone the extra mile here. Gone the extra mile. You have gone the extra mile. I hope that phrase is going to be useful for you. Another phrase you may want to use is, he is pulling his own weight. He is pulling his own weight. Now, this means that you do your share of the work. You don't depend on anybody else to do your work for you. An example of a conversation that you may use this phrase in could go like this. Oh, I don't think everyone on the team is pulling their weight. Yeah, it seems just a few are actually doing any work. Pulling their own weight. Now, you need to make sure at your job that you are pulling your weight and not relying on other people. Pulling your own weight. Another phrase you may want to use is, oh, I am buckling down. Now, buckling down means to focus and to put a lot of energy into a project or a task. Another way you could say it is to knuckle down, but in this case, to buckle down. An example could be, oh, enough of goofing around. We really need to buckle down and study hard for these exams. Oh, yeah, that's right. We've got a paper in less than a week. You need to buckle down. Another hard-working phrase for you is to sweat blood. Now, as you know, hard work produces sweat, and some people work extraordinarily hard. So when you put extraordinary effort into complete a task, your hard work is compared to sweating blood. Now, this expression is used when you've achieved great success due to hard work. You are sweating blood. For example, you may say to someone, oh, I had to sweat blood to get this business running. Sweating blood. Another phrase that you may want to use to express how hard you're working is, by the sweat of your brow. Now, if you are doing hard and physical labour, that's when you earn by the sweat of your brow. You're working so hard that your head is starting to sweat. For example, immigrants have to work by the sweat of their brow just to get into any new country. The sweat of their brow, they are working so hard. Up next is the phrase, I have my work cut out for me. Now, as you know, sometimes you need to work against a deadline and get those assignments in on time. However, the work seems to be even harder when what you're going to do is extremely difficult. So the expression, I have my work cut out for me, is used to say that you have difficult work to do. I have my work cut out for me. Now, to accomplish this work, you've only got a very short time to do so. An example of using this phrase could be, I do not wish to be disturbed. I have my work cut out for me this afternoon. I have my work cut out for me. I hope that phrase helps you. Up next is the expression swamped. Now, swamped, this word means to be overwhelmed with work, and it can also be used to say that you have too many problems. In a sentence, you could say, I'm swamped with constant phone calls. There's just so much work for me to do. You are swamped. Your workload has swamped you. You have got too many things to do. Another expression to show how hard you're working could be work your fingers to the bone. Now, have you ever been dead tired at the end of a hard day's work? Well, if you have, then you have probably worked your fingers to the bone. Now, this is a way of saying that you have worked to the point of exhaustion. You have worked your fingers to the bone. An example of this phrase could be, as children, it would break our heart to see our mother work her fingers to the bone. She's bending over backwards to them and working her fingers to the bone. Another phrase you could use to show how hard you're working is to give it 110%. Now, this expression is used to imply that you have made the maximum possible effort. If you are a student working on your science project, you might say, I've given my project 110%. I know that it's going to be a huge success. People would usually say put in 100%, but to put in 110% means you have gone even further. Our next phrase is to raise the bar. Now, when you work hard, you strive to create something extraordinary. And the expression raising the bar means that you are working hard to raise the standard of quality for something even higher. You have raised the bar. An example of this expression could be, we rehearsed day and night, and this performance is definitely going to raise the bar. It is going to be beyond expectations and better than we thought. Raise the bar. Up next is the expression to stay ahead of the game. Now, this is an expression that is used to show that you work harder than anyone else on the job, and I'm sure some of you know what I mean. You have got more knowledge and more expertise compared to others because of your hard work. An example of using this phrase could be, to grow up the corporate ladder, it's important to stay ahead of one's game. To stay ahead of the game, you are reading into what is expected and you are going past that. You are staying ahead of the game. Thank you so much for joining me on today's lesson. Now, if you do know any other ways to say you work hard, then please leave a comment in the section below. We'd love to hear from you. I'll be back next time with some more lessons, but before I go, why don't you like the video, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to press that bell icon to make sure that you are staying up to date with regular videos that come out. I'm Kat, and thank you for joining me on today's lesson of working hard. Take care and keep smiling.